The European Union never did produce an actual union. Truthfully, it's a mess. It has successfully kept the peace in Europe, but from the American perspective, it is much too clumsy and weak and divided and gridlock prone to take effective action when necessary. That is why the Americans prefer NATO. If Europe ever fully integrated, it would be a world-class great power. Not so long ago, steps were taken to start Europe down this road. The Office of High Representative of the Union, or European High Representative, was created. This person was intended to be the foreign minister for all of Europe. Things have not worked out that way. Increasingly, and especially post-financial crisis, when somebody wants to talk to somebody who speaks for all of Europe, they just talk to Germany. This trend is not likely to change anytime soon, since Germany seems content to throw its weight around more and more within the Union. The European Central Bank was also drastically strengthened after the financial crisis, in order to try and bring a sense of cohesion and uniformity to the various financial sectors across the continent. This had mixed results. But what is indisputable is that the ECB has been, broadly speaking, implementing German ideas. In other words, Germany has been asserting more and more influence economically and diplomatically, and has only been going through the European Union when it's been in their own best interest. And to be clear, they're not wrong to behave like this. Rapidly centralizing and unifying the European Union as it is would lead to total paralysis, since each of the 28 member states effectively carries a veto. As NATO stands today, the only veto power lays with the Americans, as I discussed in the last NATO video. Interestingly, the Americans are okay with Germany stepping up and taking a more active role in Europe, but they wish that they also did so militarily, through the existing NATO apparatus. The Germans essentially have no interest in this. Having been deliberately pacifist since 1945, they rarely participate in NATO operations, and honestly have very little interest in anything happening outside of Europe. Time will tell if that trend holds.